Well, since we hit 50 episodes, I think this is pretty much the end of the road.
No.
Like, we're just done after this. Like, we've hit 50 and we're good. It's off to retirement for us. Cash in our AARP checks. Cash in all of our
checks from AARP.
Whatever. You don't.
No, nobody gets checks from AARP. You just get a discount card.
We're gonna get fancy watches. We're gonna get a nice retirement party. Everyone's gonna say nice things about us, even though they hate us. And then we're gonna ride off into the sunset.
Actually, what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about something adult.
401ks. Taxes.
Jesus. Oh, don't even get me started. I don't want to talk about taxes right now. I'm so mad.
Hello, welcome. This is the Seasonal Anime Checkup OVA, episode number 51. I'm Jared. That is the most adult person in the room, Anne Ladyem.
Hello. Considering I'm the only person in the room right now, then yes.
It's true. I'm not in the room at all.
What?
I am in the void. Live from the void. Hello.
Oh my God. No. Live
via
Come back
satellite.
to the void, Jared.
Help, it's so voidish.
So, we're over the hill.
We're over the hill. Now we just got to tumble down the hill, break our hips.
Oh God.
And get a nice hip replacement surgery.
Ooh, I bet that's expensive.
Yeah, probably. I mean, anything medically is expensive.
Fair.
This is not the podcast where we talk about healthcare, though.
Or how much everything is expensive and sucks.
Or how capitalism is a show, yes.
Yeah.
This is a podcast where we have conversations about anime, video games, and manga.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop indeed. And today, we're going to talk about a video game that has been hotly requested from the Patreon.
Really?
Yes, really.
Oh, neato.
See, here, that's a nice plug for the Patreon. Hey, if you want to come support us, you can do requests as well. Especially when we're like, hey, we don't know what we're going to do. Help.
Yeah. Thank you, Patreon people, for helping us out.
We're going to talk about Catherine.
We are.
The weird game that the Persona team did between Persona 4 and Persona 5. And, well, I guess in between all the Persona 4 spin-offs as well.
I think what you mean to say is the great game.
The weird game that they put out between.
Great game.
There's definitely parts of Catherine that I really enjoy and other parts that I'm just really bad at, so it can really mix with my... I mean, I like this game. Like, no, don't get me wrong. It's just like I'm very bad at parts of it, so...
It would definitely make my top 15 games of all time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a bold statement. Hot takes.
I love this game, and it was so different, and I think that's partially why I liked it.
Yeah. I can completely get that.
It was fantastic. Beautiful. Chef's kiss.
Mwah. So correct me if I'm wrong.
All right.
This game was basically the Persona team's like test case to see if like their new engine would run on like the 360 and PS3, right?
Correct.
Okay. And then they never released a game using that engine until like 5 years after the fact, when those consoles were like were out of date.
Yep.
Whoops indeed.
They pulled a square.
Yeah. Did I tell you about how apparently 2018 is going to be a big year for Final Fantasy?
Do I even want to know?
That's what the word is.
Oh my God.
Anyways, let's talk about when this game came out.
Let's do it.
It came out in the year 2011 in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, never mind. February 17th to be exact. It came out over here in America, July 26th, 2011, and then in PAL regions on February 10th, 2012, on PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. Eventually, it got ported to PlayStation Now in November 2016, so you could play it on your PS4 on a Vita. Hashtag Vita never die. Actually, I guess maybe not, because I don't think PlayStation Now is even on Vita anymore.
Oh
Hashtag
my
Vita
God.
still never die. And you can play it on PC via PlayStation Now. It's also backwards compatible on Xbox One as of December 2016. So if you have an Xbox One, you own this game, or you want to go buy this game, you can do that. Play it on an Xbone. Play it in all 4K quality on the Xbox One X, the most powerful video game console ever created. Insert Kanye West power right here.
Oh my God.
That's the song they were using in their advertisements for that thing. Which,
Oh my
granted,
God.
sure, that makes sense. But anyways, so yeah, there is a wide variety of ways you can play this video game,
And you should.
and you should. And like we said, it came from the Persona team, so it's basically the same people who had been making games basically since Persona 3 were on this title. Like Katsura Hashino was director and producer, which this game might have been a good case of, oh boy, maybe Hashino's not that good. Kazuhisa Wada was a designer on it. He would eventually later on become director for Persona 4 Arena Ultimax and Persona 4 Dancing All Night. And is also like an executive producer for the upcoming dancing games. Was programmed by Yujiro Kosaka, who was a programmer on Persona 4, Persona 3, Golden, and also did some work on Persona 2. And then also some familiar names. Shigenori Sojima was the artist, did character design, all that. And then Shoji Meguro did the composing work and music.
Oh, which we're going to talk about.
We're like, man, that music was bad.
No, we are not. And I'm always the person who talks about music, and I'm
It's
going to
true.
be that person today because holy crap, this soundtrack.
I think one of my favorite things, which I guess is piggybacking off of music, is that like when you're in the bar and if you've done like a certain number of things, I think it's basically achievement unlocks that tied to this, where it was like, oh, you can basically play music from like a bunch of other Atlus games.
Correct.
Which I think was a real cool feature, and like I don't know if it would have worked in any other title, specifically because most of their other titles are from established franchises and not just like new IPs like this. So like you're not gonna see a jukebox full of like Shin Megami Tensei and older Persona games and like Persona 5, for instance, because I don't think that would make sense. But for this, like, yeah, sure. Give me, like, a bunch of songs from, like, Nocturne, from the Digital Devil Saga, from all the other weird SMT offshoots that there are, from Personas 3 and 4. Because they would make sense. Like, because, I mean, obviously this is a new IP and it hasn't been established into, like, anything else as of now. So, like, sure, here, give you some good fan service from, like, other Atlus games. I mean, if you're probably playing this, you probably are aware of those other games.
And it's also worth mentioning that Vincent was in Persona 3 Portable.
Mm-hmm.
He was the man drinking alone in the bar.
Which is their, like, I feel like they came out and said, like, they're not the same character at one point or something like that. But also
that
was
doesn't
supposed
make
to
any sense.
But was
Like,
also
it's
supposed to be a tease for Catherine? I don't know. I feel like there were
It
some
looks just like
inconsistencies
him.
for it.
It looks just like him, and also he's explaining parts of the story of Catherine.
Right. Which, I mean, that
So-
did come out before Catherine was released, so
Right.
I just feel like I remember something that like it was contradictory of whether those were the same character or not.
I don't even care if they say that it's not, because it very clearly is. Like, you can't have somebody who looks just like him and is explaining parts of the story and be like, no, that's not him. What?
What indeed?
Ugh. Don't lie to me.
I think another one of the weird things about this game that I very much enjoy is that like it seems like a few years after like this game came out, like randomly there was a competitive scene for this game, which makes literally like zero sense, but like, oh yeah, like, if you go to a fighting game like a tournament convention, there's going to be like a back door somewhere and there's going to be people playing competitive Catherine.
I had no idea that was a thing, and that is wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I want to become friends with competitive Catherine players.
I guess that because Atlus sponsored Evo for 2015, it allowed them to do like as a side event competitive Catherine. And they streamed it out.
Oh my god, I want to be friends with anybody who competitively plays Catherine.
It's such a weird thing. Like
It's beautiful.
Because like there is multiplayer in this game and like online and I think local as well, but like that was never a real big feature of the game. I don't think. At least something like that they pushed heavily. Like, oh, you want to play this game online? Sure, do that. And then for like to come out like a few years after the fact and it's like, oh yeah, there's a scene for this. It's just so weird, but so cool as well.
Oh my god. So did you play this when it first came out or did you play it later?
No. I played it a little bit after the fact. I think I played it after I'd kind of like after I'd become aware of Persona 4 is when I played this because I don't remember if I'd played Persona 4 first or not. But I remember like looking this up and like finding out that this was a thing and being like, "Oh, cool. This is a game from the same people who did Persona 4 and it's on the 360. I'll buy that. Sure." Not really knowing exactly kind of like what was in it or anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I guess I kind of went into it like a little bit blind. But I mean, like I was kind of like I was captivated by it and I thought it was really good. So it was a positive experience.
I bought it day one.
Right.
And I bought the super special edition. It's called the Love Is Over version. And I got the t-shirt and I got the boxers and I got the body pillowcase, which I still don't know what to do with, guys. I still have that in the box and I don't know what to do with it.
Just cover yourself in it.
No, but here's the thing. Like, I already like can't get somebody to date me. And I think that if they walked in and like, oh, this girl has a body pillow, like not going to do very well. I also tried to give it away to some of my guy friends, and they had the same issue. They're like, nobody's ever going to date me if I have a Catherine body pillow. So I have the pillowcase, and it came with an art book and a soundtrack, and it came in a pizza box.
Which is very cool.
It's so cool. I love that edition, and I still wear the t-shirt, even though it goes to, like, my knees.
It's a good sleep shirt.
It is a really good sleep shirt. So I got that version, and I keep buying anything Catherine that they will put out. Like I have the Catherine coasters and I have a Catherine t-shirt that actually fits me. So pretty much like anything that is Catherine merchandise, I will buy. I love this game.
Apparently so.
Yeah, it's a real problem.
So we should probably talk about the game.
Yeah, why not?
The actual game.
The game. It good.
And that's it. We're done.
Oh, man.
So I really, really enjoyed the social aspects of this video game.
Oh, I do too.
And it makes me really want like Atlus to just like make a game that's just that.
Yeah.
Without like other like weird gameplay mechanics like tacked on into it. Just like, here's a social simulator, have fun, go at it. Like, I guess it would basically be like a visual novel, but without like the novel aspects to it. And just like you could actually, it'd be like a visual novel cross like, I don't know, like a game like Gone Home or something like that. But I feel like, especially with this engine and everything, like it could work so well.
Oh, I agree.
Even though I doubt they would ever do that, but I guess like one of the things that really interested me about this game was like it felt very grounded in reality, which I know, granted, like some of that makes no sense, but like the aspects where like you're just like you're going to a bar and hanging out with friends and just talking to people, like I couldn't remember like a game that I'd played that was just like that. It was just like very chill and it's like, oh, you're just gonna hang out with people and.
Yeah, and every once in a while you go to lunch at the little sushi, conveyor belt place.
Yeah, I think, I guess at that time, especially specifically, like it was like Mass Effect. If you just stripped out all of like the gameplay aspects of Mass Effect and just made it like, oh, here's how you're just going to hang out with people and build up your relationship with them. Also, maybe you're going to be good or bad.
Yeah, yeah. Also, I really, really appreciate that everybody's an adult.
Yes, that's also true.
I felt really good about playing this game because everybody's an adult. Even like the youngest one, I think, is Toby, maybe. But even still, like, he's very solidly an adult.
Yeah, he's apparently 23.
23. Okay, so actually, Catherine with a C is the youngest.
I mean, does she really have like an age?
Her stated age is 22.
Okay.
But Vincent is 32.
Right.
So, I mean, that was a really cool thing to me that we're actually playing as a protagonist who is an adult.
Right. I mean,
he's in adult situations.
I think that's like
it's a job.
It would essentially be the first time, at least that I can remember. I don't know if like any of the SMT games are like this, but I mean, you'd have to go back to Persona 2 Eternal Punishment before the last time you saw an Atlus game that had like a majority of the characters being adults and you playing as an adult.
I loved it. I mean, I love the Persona games, but at the same time, like, sometimes I feel a little squishy playing like high school stuff and trying to like date the high schoolers. But this one, I'm like, okay, everybody's an adult. Everybody's involved with this. Like, it felt fine, and I appreciated that because even outside of Atlus, many RPGs that you play, you're gonna be playing as teenagers.
Right. I mean, that's just a factor, I think, of Japanese media in general. Or at least like in terms of like the type that we consume. Like if you look at anime, that's the 90% of animes you're gonna find is like, oh, it's based in high school or it's based around high school kids and all that jazz. So like the rare time you find like one that's, oh, here's some adults or even like college kids, like it's a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, it's nice because I mean, like, I'm nearly 30. When I played this, it was 2011. I can't do math.
So 6 years ago.
Yeah.
So
was it 6 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're right. So I was 23.
I was 21. I was a baby.
Yeah, you're an infant. Are we gonna bring up that I'm old again? Is that how this is?
No.
Okay. All right. So anyway, when I was playing this, I was like, you know what? This is good. I'm playing as people who have like real life situations, and these are issues that people that I know have dealt with. Like, one of Vincent's big issues is that he's really indecisive and he's not sure he's ready for commitment. I know a lot of people like that. That's a very real problem.
Right.
So, you know, it's less of despite the fact that there is like supernatural elements to the game, obviously, one of the main conflicts of the game is something that's very human.
Yeah.
And I like that.
And just like going to a pizza bar.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to go to a bar and like my friends drink and I eat pizza. That'd be rad.
And just learn cool facts about alcohol.
Right. You drink and you learn little facts, which the coasters have the facts on it, and I love it.
Oh, that's real neat.
It's so cool. Right? Yeah, you turn the coasters over and it has all the facts on the different liquors that you consume in the game.
It just needs like the narrator voice just telling you them.
Honestly, I'd be a little creeped out if my coasters talked to me.
Especially with no like provocation of you doing anything.
Yeah.
You just flip it over and it's like, here's a voice coming out to talk to you. You're like, oh God. Please stop talking to me.
But yeah, the bar's got like video games and pizza and all kinds of different alcohol and like a bathroom stall and the jukebox. It's a neat bar.
It is. You gotta go to the bathroom to look at dirty pictures.
Yeah,
or just look them out in public. I don't know. You do you. Actually, I think the game will stop you if you try and do that.
I think so.
He's like, no, I can't do this.
I always just went to the bathroom to look at the naughty pictures.
Adult themes, ladies and gentlemen.
Adult themes, yes. Sometimes you get naughty pictures, and depending on how you text, that's another thing. The texting mechanic is wonderful, but
Yes.
depending on how you text with them, you get different saucy pictures.
Which is one of the things that really bummed me out about Persona 5 is that like they had another like texting mechanic in that game, but it was nowhere near as like cool as this was.
No, it felt like a massive downgrade from Catherine. Because, I mean, the cool thing about Catherine was you could like press the button and it'll throw in a message, and then you can delete and put in something else and delete and put in something else. You kind of build your own personalized message, and it differs between who you're talking to, and I like that.
Yeah.
In Persona 5, it's just like, all right, I have
it's
three
just choices
options,
again. Yeah.
and then it doesn't feel like a real conversation.
It's just like here make some choices some more that it's exactly how you talk in the game anyway, so it's not that very interesting.
No, I mean, I spent a lot of time composing text messages in Catherine, trying to make sure that I said the right things.
Yeah.
Which, depending on how I am in life, I sometimes do as well. But other times I just send the dumbest messages in the world. Like Jared gets all kinds of dumb messages from me all the time. No, you're probably like, what the heck is she actually trying to say here? But the texting mechanic was great, and I'm very sad that P5 didn't go with this.
Yeah. We were looking up voice actors for this game before we started recording. One of them we didn't look up was the narrator's voice.
Oh, it's Aaron Fitzgerald.
No.
No?
The dude, like the guy who tells you like the alcohol stuff and all that stuff.
Oh, I thought you meant like the Afro lady.
No.
Okay.
Wrong narrator.
Sorry, there are too many narrators.
The voice of Lubu. The voice of Kato from Shadow Hearts.
Oh my god!
Which is, okay, there's 2 Shadow Hearts connections to this game.
2 Shadow Hearts connections, yeah. Wow.
It's starting to rival the Sonic connections.
No, because at least Shadow Hearts is good.
Wow.
Go ahead, continue.
And then also, New Bar Dad from Persona 5.
Oh.
And Dirk from the good Ace Attorney game that came out recently.
Yeah, Dirk. That's awesome. I didn't realize that was him.
Yeah.
Neato.
The more you know.
Thanks for giving me.
I mean, also his greatest role was Kingsglaive and Kingsglaive, which I watched that movie and I don't even know what that role was. Don't ask me.
No.
It was bad. There's your thought about that. Anyways, Catherine.
Yeah, so the voice cast is great if you're going to talk about the voice cast. Like, it is a phenomenal voice cast, and it's a lot of returning Persona actors. Right,
so like if you're familiar with like any of the Persona games, like, you're going to recognize a lot of the voices that are in this specifically, like, and especially because it's from 2011, so a lot of those voices are prominent voices that were around, video game voice acting and anime voice acting at the time. So like you got your Troy Bakers before he got real big. You got your Laura Baileys before she got real big. Michelle Ruff's in there. Travis Willingham, Liam O'Brien, Yuri Lowenthal, Aaron Fitzgerald, JYB. It's a who's who of folks.
Wow.
Wow, indeed.
No, I mean, it's really insane how great the cast of this is.
Yeah.
Who is JYB?
I think he was a couple side characters. Like, he wasn't anyone, like, prominent.
Ah.
So, like, he was, I think, like, maybe a few of the side quest characters you run into.
Okay. Wow. I think the voice cast really helps sell it. And one of the things that I was looking at before we got on the podcast is that apparently in the localization, they were allowed to like ad lib some lines and kind of have a little bit more freedom.
Yeah.
And it worked. I mean, obviously voice acting is a big sell on like emotional scenes, and they all nailed it.
And especially because, there's a core group of friends that you regularly are meeting up with, and you have to sell that, like, okay, these people are familiar with each other, and, they have history with each other, they're friends with each other, and sometimes it can be hard to sell that. But I think with this, like, everyone has, like, familiarity with each other, and you can tell, like, okay, these people have been friends with each other for a long time, and the voice acting just really gives you a good portrayal of that. More so than like other games maybe where it's just like, oh, sure, I guess these people are friends with each other.
Maybe.
Yeah. And especially just because a lot of this game, is conversations.
Right.
So you kind of have to have that like connections with the other characters, or else this game would have just failed.
Yeah. Should we actually talk about the game? Like,
no.
What happened in the game?
Absolutely not.
Also, worth mentioning, it's split into two parts, which the social element we've been talking about, and then the puzzle elements.
Which that's the part I'm very bad at.
I love the puzzle part.
Because it's not necessarily like a puzzle game that you would be familiar with, per se.
No, not at all.
Because it's a block puzzle game, but it's like you pulling out blocks and making paths up to like the top, essentially.
Yes.
And like, the first couple times you get through, it's like, oh, this is pretty simple. I can just create some stairs, yada, yada, yada. And like by the time you're at the end, it's like, it's rough. Even on easier difficulties.
I remember that one of my friends he was just appalled because I got all the endings of this game.
Are you sure that friend wasn't me?
Are you also appalled?
No, I'm not appalled. I'm fascinated that you're able to do that.
Yeah. So, fun fact: if you get golds on some of the routes, like a gold score, you can just skip it from then on.
Yes, that's true. That's a very, very good thing this game has.
Yeah. So, that's what I did. Is for the most part, I think there was one I didn't gold, but other than that, I just golded them all and then could skip it. So that's how I got all the endings.
But you mentioned a good point, like how this game has endings, plural, and
it has what, 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
8?
7, 8. 8
endings, which if if you're coming from like the Persona series or some like the SMT series, like the SMT series in particular, is known for having multiple endings. But it's usually like a handful, not this many.
Yeah.
So like the idea that this game had like a variety of different endings depending on like what your choices were and exactly how you let things play out was really fascinating, I think. And it's really strange because I'm sure you've been on the internet for any time. You've probably seen like the meme of like, oh, here's a game with choices and moral dilemmas and letting you choose be good or bad. Here, I'm going to pick the good options all the time. And like, I always see that. I'm like, that's not me. I would never do that. Except for this game, which is the only one I do. I'm like, I can't be an asshole here.
No, see, what I did is the first time I ever played it, I played it answering as me.
Right.
And then after that, I was like, all right, now I can just go all willy-nilly and answer what I know they're trying to get me to answer to get these other endings.
Which I tried to do that for like my second time, but like I couldn't do it. I don't know why.
No, it's worth it. It's so worth it for the other endings. Because, I guess for clarification, there are two girls that Vincent's torn between, Catherine with a K and Catherine with a C.
Hence the title of the game.
Correct. And so most of the endings are involving those two girls.
Mm-hmm. There's 3 endings for each girl. So it's like there's a bad ending, there's a good ending, and then there's a true ending.
And then there are 2 that are Vincent endings.
Yeah.
And some of them are hilarious and some of them are wonderful. And I have one in particular that is my absolute favorite ending, and it's canon in my head. But it's just phenomenal how different the endings are for one. And that I was so into it that I wanted all of them. I wanted to see what could happen with these characters because I was like really attached to them.
There's apparently a ninth ending.
What?
On this Wikipedia page, it says there is a final and ninth ending.
Where?
The final and ninth ending is unlocked when the player completes the Axis Mundi Babel challenges.
Oh, I haven't done that. I got the achievement for getting like all the story endings. So I don't know what the other one is.
Do you want me to tell you what this ending is?
I don't know.
I mean, it's not. I don't think it's story related. It's just kind of like it kind of adds on to like a tiny bit of it. It's just a character telling you who they really are.
Oh.
And I don't think it doesn't really like add to like what your story would be really. It tells who that character is and gives clarification on another character.
Okay.
So you want me to tell you?
Sure.
All right, spoiler alert.
All right.
If you don't want to know what the final and ninth ending is that we didn't know about until we started this podcast. All right.
Yeah, I had no idea.
So you do those challenges. If so, Trisha breaks the fourth wall by revealing that she is actually Ishtar, one of the goddesses overseeing the entire nightmare process, and that the true purpose of the nightmares was for her to test the player for fitness to replace Mutton, the last man who successfully climbed the tower, as her consort due to his infidelity.
Well, who did he boink?
That's a good question.
Huh. Yeah, infidelity is a big theme in this game.
Very much so.
Ow.
That really feels like an Atlus. Hey, here's the super true ending type thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, here's God again. Here's a God. Because why not?
I'd have to like play it on my 360 so I can look at my save files and see if I can unlock that. Because I don't think if I play it on my Xbox One, I'll have my save files, will I?
You'd have to upload your save file to the cloud, and then you could transfer it to your Xbox One.
Ridiculous. I guess I'll have to do that.
I don't know if you still need gold to have cloud saves though, because that was a thing they used to have.
Oh my god.
Yeah. But I think those challenges were just like puzzles you had to do, right?
Yeah.
That was it.
I think so. I just haven't done them.
Right. I would never do them because I would be bad at them. I would never complete them. It's the true story. So anyways, let's get back to talking about the actual story, I guess.
Okay.
Where you have to deal with a friend who wears a fedora.
Orlando.
God, he's such a
He's a dude, bro, but he's like, I don't know, like misogyny friend zone dude, bro.
He wears a fedora, so yeah.
Okay, fair. Like he's gross. And I mean, I guess it's a good thing about this game is that there's a large variety of characters.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that it's pretty telling that they can make a character that I dislike so much, even though he's supposed to be like one of my best friends as the protagonist.
Right. You have a wide variety of friends as the protagonist.
You do, because you have Orlando, who's and then you have Toby, who's like the innocent,
the young kid.
newbie,
yeah.
I guess. Yeah, he's the kiddo. And then you have Johnny, who's brooding all the time.
He is so brooding.
He's so brooding.
Oh, I'm just gonna sit here and smoke cigarettes.
Also, he has a big crush on Vincent's girlfriend.
He does.
A big crush.
Boy, howdy.
Yeah.
Which is Catherine with a K.
Catherine with a K, yes. And then Catherine with a K, in and of herself is like a really interesting character. And I realized when I was playing it that she's supposed to kind of be like a little bit stifling and controlling and that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, like, I do a lot of the things that she does. I don't lie like she does, but I'm pretty controlling in general. So I was like, all right, I get this. Whoops. She lies though, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I feel like that's really, really. Vincent and Catherine with a K they have problems.
I mean, they've been together for what, like
5 years.
yeah, so like it's almost to a point like by the time you get to where the story is that like oh they're together for the sake of being together essentially.
Yeah. And she really wants to get married.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not, like I said, he's having issues with that. He's indecisive. He's not really sure about the commitment.
Right.
I mean, I don't want to say that he doesn't really have a whole lot of ambition, but he has like one real life goal.
He technically I guess doesn't really have a lot going for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's got his job, which is okay, I guess. He never even really talks about his job.
He just goes to the bar every night and just has fun with his pals.
Which, I mean, like going to the bar every night and getting trashed is kind of a good indicator of how he feels about life.
True.
Yeah. So, that's a thing. He's just kind of like, I don't want to say he's kind of there because that's not right, but he's not happy.
He's coasting in life, I guess.
He is.
Which I mean,
yeah.
that's not even like the best way to phrase that, but
He's existing.
yeah, that works.
Yeah, and he doesn't really like to be pressured into doing more than existing.
So basically, like I think the marriage thing is like is dropped very very early on. Like I think it's maybe like what the first thing you see in the game.
I think it's like the very first chapter of the game. Yeah.
And then after that, you go to like the bar, and you hang out with your pals, and you're like, I'm sad. I want to get married.
What do I do?
And then things happen.
Then you get C, Catherine.
Catherine with a C.
They're weird ponytails.
Her weird ponytails and trying to snuggle up in Anya.
She's cute.
Yeah.
She's really cute. She being all got the hots for Vincent, which okay, I'm gonna clarify real quick.
Clarification alert.
Yeah. Vincent is incredibly attractive. Like incredibly attractive. I hate that he smokes, but like holy crap, I would boink him like in a heartbeat. He's so hot. He's got like the weird like fluffy hair and he's kind of like lanky. Oh, beautiful. So gorgeous.
Oh, calm down. This is a family show.
We're talking about Catherine. I'm just saying, Vincent's beautiful. So if I were to see Catherine, I'd be like, yeah, I'd hit that. I would. I get it. So anyway, she hits on him real hard, understandably.
And he's just like, what?
Yeah.
This makes no sense.
I mean, it's been like 5 years since anybody's shown any kind of like real interest in him, you know?
Right.
So, I mean, it makes sense.
And that sets off a chain of events, to say the least.
I would say that's an understatement.
Because is that the same night that you get the first like nightmare sequence, or?
So the first night that you get the nightmare sequence is after she ends up going home with him, and so they have the one night stand.
And then you get to do puzzles. Dressed as a sheep.
Well, not dressed as a sheep. He's in his boxers and he has horns.
But everyone else is dressed as sheep.
And he carries a pillow.
Yes.
And you have to climb blocks to escape whatever. Well, first you have to climb all the blocks, and then eventually there's like a boss.
Which the boss designs in this game are just
a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them are like, whoa. And there have been like a lot of theories on some of the bosses. And like what they indicate. But there's some gnarly ones. Actually, one of the scariest ones is that there's this scene where Catherine stabs a cake with a fork when she's mad at Vincent. And then later on you get a boss and it's just like her hand, but it's terrifyingly big and like evil looking, and she like stabs with a fork, and you can tell it's hers because of the fingernail polish. But that one scared the living crap out of me because I was like, nope, 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 nope. I'm getting away from this now.
And just like just some of like the ones that you get are just like so grotesque in design. It's just
like the butt one. There's a butt one, which is the one I'm talking about the theory on.
The butt theory.
Mm-hmm. No, there's a theory that the butt one is because him and C. Catherine did butt stuff. Yeah. Yep. There's also a baby at one point, but the baby is awful.
Yeah. Ugh.
Oh my gosh. Like the bosses in this are really messed up.
Which I think works especially because, hey, you need to get away from them.
Yeah.
But also just like everything in the puzzle sections are just insane.
Yeah, so I mean, the plot with the like nightmares is that everybody's sheep except for Vincent for some reason. And you have to climb the blocks and get to the top of whatever tower you're in at that point.
Right. Which I think as well, though, like everyone's a sheep to everyone else.
Oh, right. You're right. Everybody else is sheep to everybody else.
So if you were in there, you would be normal, but everyone else would be a sheep, and vice versa for everything else.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because you get to chat with a lot of them.
Yeah, and I think like there is one point where they're like, where he's like, "Oh, you guys are. Why do you guys look like sheep?" And he's like, "What? No, we don't look like sheep. You look like a sheep."
You look a sheep.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. Because this is one of those things where like you die here, you die in real life, correct?
You die in the game, you die in real life. Yes, you're correct.
All right, so everybody's trying to climb to not die.
And especially because you've been seeing on the news like these mysterious deaths that have been happening.
Mm-hmm.
Which
play
a part in this.
Yeah. As you climb, you also get to make moral choices.
Yes. So basically, once you get up to the top, you're met like kind of like a little.
It's a confession booth.
Yeah, it's a kind of confession booth, but it's also like just like a resting spot. It's kind of like looks like a church essentially, where like everyone else kind of hangs out in between climbing. But yeah, you go into the confessional booth, and it's like, okay, here's a question. You're going to pull one of the two chords, and that's going to be your answer. Which also, one of the cool things this game did was implement, statistics from everyone else playing the game. So
what
like
everybody else said.
It'd be like you'd make a choice and it'd be like, okay, here's what everyone else has picked.
I loved that. I thought it was so cool that they gave like everybody else's choices on that. It was fascinating. I love stats for whatever reason. Like I don't actually like doing statistics, but I like looking at them.
It's why it's always cool in like the modern adventure games, kind of like the Telltale games and like Life is Strange and stuff like that, where they have like, all right, here's all the statistics for like the different choices you made in this episode compared to your friends and compared to everyone else, essentially.
Oh, I love that. One of the only like really good things about the most recent Grand Theft Auto was at the end of the game they gave you like a psych eval based on everything you did. And that was just fascinating to me.
I don't even remember that.
It was so cool. But I just love that kind of thing where it's like, all right, well, you picked this, so this is how you would like stand against everybody else, that kind of thing.
And I guess essentially like, the game kind of progresses and then it basically from like the first night on just changes however you are making decisions. But I think kind of like a central theme is that like Vincent starts kind of like losing his psyche because all the nightmares are happening, and like you can kind of tell like it's happening to other people as well because you will run into them in the nightmare sections, and you can kind of tell like, oh well, this is probably this person, and maybe it's this person because like they'll come into the bar and you'll be able to talk to them and try and help them out with their problems or completely fail, whichever.
Yeah, and I mean, sometimes there'll be like visual cues. Like, there's one sheep who wears a fedora. I wonder who he could possibly be. But you can talk to them and you're like, oh, I recognize this story. I know who you could be. And I think that's cool that he's not the only one in this nightmare. But you also can see that it's bothering Vincent because as the game progresses, like he gets dark circles under his eyes and things
Yeah.
because he's just so bothered by it. I mean, fair enough. Like there's a good reason to be bothered by it. So, between all of the puzzle shenanigans, he's also having to deal with balancing K. Catherine and C. Catherine.
Yep.
K. Catherine is very, very determined that they're going to get married. And there's a part where she tells him that she is pregnant.
Yep.
Which is why you get the evil baby boss.
Evil baby boss.
And he keeps saying that, like, C. Catherine is going to be like a one-night stand, and then he keeps waking up with her in his bed. So, whoops. But he doesn't remember being with her.
Right.
Which is significant to the story, but also terrifying for him because he's like, how much did I drink?
Right, exactly.
Which is one mechanic that I think is fascinating is that you actually do better in the nightmares the more drunk Vincent is.
Which I don't know.
Because you'd think it would be the opposite.
Right. I don't know what that's saying.
I just thought it was fascinating. Like that's one of the things I was like, all right, Vincent, let's get you trashed. And like the screen gets a little wobbly when it gets drunk.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. It's so great.
And you get all them facts.
You get all them facts. I learned so much about alcohol because I know nothing about it.
It's true. I'm the same way.
Yeah. So yeah, actually one of the hints, there's a big twist with one of the characters and I guess who she is. And she ends up being one of the sheep, and so that's a big hint as to who she actually is.
Mm-hmm.
Or who she was, we'll put it that way.
Right.
Which that character could have been handled a lot better. A lot better.
Right.
They had a fantastic opportunity with her, and they just squandered it.
I always see, like, at times, like, people be like, oh, you know, Erica was a good example of, you know, transgender representation in video games. I'm just like,
but was she?
No, that's not. No.
Like, she was for a while.
Mm-hmm.
For like the most part of the game, and then at one point it's like,
and then the game just ruined it.
Yeah, let's become transphobic immediately. Okay.
Because
good.
essentially, you know, there's a side story within the narrative of like, oh, you know, her and Toby have been kind of like meeting and going out and all that sort of stuff.
And Toby's really trying hard to lose his virginity.
Right.
That's part of the plot.
Yes. And I think it's is it one of the endings, or is it just in the general ending where this happens?
I think it's the true ending with Kay.
Okay, because I know I have seen it. So that tells you
Pretty
anything.
sure it's the true ending of Kay.
Which is basically, you know, after all the crazy stuff happens, which we still have some crazy stuff to talk about, like, Catherine and Vincent get married, and then, like, at their marriage thing, their wedding.
Ceremony?
The ceremony,
yes.
that thing. Like, everyone, like, all of Vincent's friends reveal that Erica was not always Erica. And then, like, Toby just freaks out and is like, oh, give me my V-card back. And it's like, fuck.
It's so unfortunate because, I mean, they really had a good opportunity there and they just blew it. It's like, it would have been really, really cool if Toby's like, oh, okay, fine. And then, like, they were dating. They were happy. Like, why does this be any different? Matter? Like, right. It doesn't matter. It's really annoying.
Mm-hmm.
And they had such a good opportunity because otherwise, up to that point, Erica was written extremely well.
Yes, exactly.
And the reason that she's in there as a sheep is because she feels bad that they can't have kids.
Right.
Which they can.
It's a thing called adoption.
It is. Or, you know, like, surrogates, they exist.
True.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh,
I mean,
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but like it really feels like, oh, we're gonna establish this character and then, oh, it's just a joke now because that's all we think it is.
And that's kind of an Atlus trend.
Granted, looking at who directed this game, it is not a surprise in the slightest.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like they don't seem to... Anybody who's gay, transgender, whatever, they think of them as a joke, a punchline, and that's really not what it should be. And like I said, up until this point, Erica was great. Even if she does look like Ronald McDonald, she's wonderful. Because she's a well-rounded, interesting character. And her relationship with Toby is fascinating.
Yeah, exactly.
But then they're like, we're going to make a joke because we're 12-year-old boys.
It's just incredibly disappointing.
It is. It's so upsetting. So that's my rant on Erica and why it makes me sad.
Yeah.
I already mentioned that Johnny's there because he wants to date Kay Catherine.
I don't think Toby shows up. Does he?
I don't think Toby. No, Toby's not there.
Okay.
It's Erica and it's Johnny
and
Orlando's there. I think there are some other guys from the bars too, or from the bar as well. But as from your group of friends,
those are the ones.
There.
Yeah. Which, like, you know, we talked about how, like, this is a game about, like, infidelity and everything. We've kind of explained, you know, why that is. Boy, this game goes off the rails by the time it ends. Because it goes some weird places that you're not expecting. I mean,
like,
technically, I guess it would if you've played an Atlus game before, but still.
Yeah. It's funny because, like, the entire game is mostly about, like, interpersonal relationships and then the puzzles and all that, and then it's like, let's go into this crazy land now. You ready? Which, again, like, it's an Atlus thing to do, but
yeah.
Like, I think during the fight scene is like where I'm like, oh, okay, wow, things are happening.
Yeah.
Because Vincent is trying to break up with C.
Right.
And then Kay appears and they get into a fight and C is stabbed to death.
Right.
Which, holy crap.
It's intense.
It is. And then, like, you have to climb with Kay at that point, which was also horrifying because it was like, no. I can't babysit somebody else. I have to do this.
Escort mission puzzle.
Ah! So, that was a thing. She killed Catherine, but didn't kill Catherine because it wasn't actually real.
And then you find, like, the bartender that you've, like, been jovial with the entire time. Oh, he's just, like, this demon thing who's been orchestrating the entire thing.
And they should have guessed because his name is Mutton, which is another word for sheep.
Well, I don't think they don't. When did they reveal that? Because, like, everyone just calls him boss.
Maybe they did at that point. You're right. Also worth mentioning that at this point in the game, Catherine breaks off the relationship, and there's something else. Vincent starts talking to Orlando about C.
Yes.
And then he realizes that nobody ever saw her. And then his messages start disappearing.
Because anytime she sees you in the bar, everyone else is left, and you're the only one there.
Yep. So the plot thickens.
It just goes off the rails real quick.
It really, really does. So it turns out that this whole, like, setup was basically to get rid of any dude who was going to, like, engage in infidelity, or any guy who wasn't interested in, like, marriage, family, whatever. Like, that was the whole reason for the people dying on the blocks, was to phase out bad men, I guess. Whoops.
And then you stop that.
Yeah, Vincent's like, no, man, not cool. We're putting an end to this now.
I gotta save all these bad men.
That's the thing. Like, Vincent finally is like, yeah, I have a purpose. I can do this.
Finally, I can climb blocks.
Oh man. So
which leads to like
yeah.
a just like crazy boss fight where you face like the boss and he's just ginormous, and I think he's like at one point in like this floating cage that's shooting things at you. It's so bonkers.
But he's trying to free everybody. So yeah, he was with all the questions throughout the thing, you have like, was it chaos or order? I can't remember what the two choices were.
See if I can find the thingy that shows that. Freedom and order.
Freedom and order. So freedom and order are that little slider thing basically determines your ending.
Yeah.
Because he has to choose which one he wants through all the answers you give.
Right.
So, yay for Vincent and figuring out what he wants with his life. But then you end up getting all the different endings depending on what you picked. Which you said you got the true Catherine K ending?
That's the only one I've ever gotten. I mean, I've watched the other ones, but like with me playing, that's the only one I've ever gotten.
Okay, I've gotten all but that 9th one that I didn't know existed.
Yeah. Do you want me to run through all these endings?
Absolutely,
right.
And I'm going to tell you which one's my favorite.
I mean, I know which one's your favorite, so... Catherine bad.
Well, they don't.
They don't, that's true. Catherine leaves Vincent due to his cheating with Catherine. Self-explanatory. Catherine good. The boss and Vincent's other friends are able to prove to Catherine that Catherine isn't real. Catherine with a K, that Catherine with a C is not real. Should probably clarify these. And thus Vincent is not cheated. Vincent and Catherine with a K get back together and resume planning their wedding. Catherine true. Same as the corresponding good ending, except Catherine with a K and Vincent actually do marry. Catherine bad with a C. Vincent proposes marriage to the succubus, Catherine, but she turns him down.
Oh, right. She's a succubus.
Yes, that's
Worth
also true.
She's a succubus. She was a succubus. The whole time she morphs herself into basically what the guy she's trying to seduce finds the most attractive and becomes that and then seduces them so that they will go into the nightmare.
Like there was a picture I saw of like one of the novels they did and it showed her, but like she had darker hair this time and shorter hair.
What?
Yeah. They did novels for this game.
What?
Yeah, there was 2 of them. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Catherine with a C good. Vincent proposes marriage to the succubus Catherine, and she considers it. Her father, Nurgle, appears and objects, but Vincent insists, and Catherine with a C agrees. Catherine transports Vincent into the underworld where the two live together. Catherine true. Same as this corresponding good ending, but Vincent is later able to seduce an entire harem of succubi and overthrow Nurgle, becoming the king of the underworld with Catherine as his queen. That ending's wow.
It's crazy. There's like a bunch of ladies all over him. But yeah, and he's in his underwear.
Something.
Yeah.
And then there are the 2 other ones, the freedom endings. Freedom good. Vincent turns down both women, saying neither is truly what he desires and has his life ahead of him to find what he wants. Boss is shocked at this turn of events and apologizes for pulling Vincent into the nightmare world. Vincent borrows some money from the boss to place a bet on a wrestling match, but loses. And then freedom true, same as the corresponding good ending, but Vincent wins this bet and uses the money to engage in space tourism, his true childhood dream. Vincent contently asks, why live a life without doing what you want? That's just a recipe for a life of misery. That's the endings.
Yep. Vincent's true ending is the only one I will accept.
It's true. That is the one you were like, no, this is the true ending.
No, that's absolutely...
This is canon.
To me, it's canon. Because neither of those girls is... He's not right for them. He's not right for them. They're not right for him.
Yeah.
With Kate, there's going to be so many issues and so much resentment and so many trust issues. It's not going to work. With C, she's a literal succubus.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really feel like they know each other beyond, like, I don't know, carnally. Which they don't even know at that point because they never actually slept together. It was all an illusion. But Vincent needed to be with Vincent.
Yes.
He needed to figure out what he wanted out of life. He needed to figure out who he was. That's the only ending I will accept as canon, is Vincent's true ending where he gets to do space tourism, because while it seems a little childish that he's going to go do his childhood dream, like, why is that necessarily a bad thing that he's pursuing something that he's always been interested in, as opposed to just working his desk job that he doesn't like and coasting through life with people that he doesn't really function well with?
Mm-hmm.
It makes no sense. And so, like, this one absolutely is my favorite ending. When I got it, I was like, that's it. That's the ending. 100%. Because, I mean, one thing that I like about this game, and you mentioned it a little bit earlier, is that it does feel very real.
Mm-hmm.
And these characters feel very, very real. So there's not really a necessarily like, oh, this one person is all bad, this person's all good, except for Orlando. He's all bad.
True.
So, like, Vincent has bad sides to him. And I know, like, you definitely are supposed to like him because he's your protagonist, but at the same time, you realize, like, oh, yeah, you can kind of be a head, and you do have some immaturity issues.
Don't always have to relate to your protagonist.
But at the same time, like, that's human.
Yeah.
If you have a protagonist who's perfect at everything, which a lot of Persona and Atlus games do,
mm-hmm.
then you can't really relate to them as much, and it doesn't feel as real.
Right.
And so, like, Catherine with a K, she's very, very controlling. She kind of is like a type A personality, I think is what they call it. She likes order. She likes things her way. While that's not necessarily an awful thing, it's not a great thing either, especially when you're trying to control somebody else's life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I just don't think he should end up with either of the girls.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah, I feel like it's just bad for everybody involved. And, I don't know. Maybe Johnny and Kay will work better together.
I mean, I saw something on the wiki where it was, like, talking about how, the game's like, oh, neither of them are bad or neither of them are good. It's like, here's these two shades of gray going up against each other.
That makes sense. I mean, I know that there have been, like, big debates when this game first came out of which one's the better girl.
Because, of course.
Because always you're going to have the dumb waifu war nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know that either of them is necessarily better or worse.
Right.
Like, they just feel like real people, and he has a decision to make, and he's goofed a lot. And I mean, that's the whole part of the game, is that he's learning from mistakes and he's learning who he is. So, I mean, to me, it makes sense that he would choose to do something that he likes more than choose to, like, end up with somebody that he's not necessarily going to be happy with.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that's my thoughts on it. 1,000%, I will not accept any other ending as canon. And, maybe in this true ending, maybe in the space tourism life that Vincent gets, maybe somehow Toby and Erica work it out.
Let's hope.
And are happy, and nobody is a jerk about her being trans.
It's true.
So we're going to just assume that's the case and be happy, and...
Canon.
Yep. Canon.
So I mentioned these just a little bit ago, but there were two novels they had written for this game. One of them is just called Catherine the Novel, which is basically a retelling of the plot, but not necessarily. There are some new scenes. It has its own ending, and also you get, like, perspectives from Vincent, but also other characters as well.
Is it translated?
Yes. So you get to see, like, how Catherine with the C would appear to Orlando or Johnny.
Is she just Catherine with a K to Johnny?
That's pretty much, almost.
I need to read this immediately.
I'll send you some links after this. Then there was also a second book that they put out called Catherine the Mysterious Tale of Rapunzel, which is a prequel.
Ah, and the Rapunzel is the arcade game that you can play.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Interesting.
But basically, I think it's another tale of Catherine getting her hooks into someone else.
Is it translated?
Yes.
You are making my day.
Get ready to read 500 pages of translated stuff.
Don't even care. I will read it all in one night.
You would.
Mm-hmm. I would. I love this game. Oh. Can I talk about the soundtrack now?
Yes.
This soundtrack is one of the best soundtracks of any video game ever.
It's a bold statement.
It is, but it's insane because it's so simplistic, but at the same time, I'm like, holy crap, why would I not ever think about that? It's genius. I listen to the soundtrack at least once a week still. I'm not even joking.
I'm not surprised.
No, because what they did is he took a bunch of like classical music and then remixed it in a way that's like sometimes it's kind of like rockish, sometimes it's more like jazzish, but like it's always remixed in a way that's really, really different. Like, I love Chopin. I love Frédéric Chopin. Like, he's such a good composer. And then you have 2 songs in here by him, and it's fantastic. You have Beethoven. What? It's so good, and it's so interesting that, like, that's the route that you would take for this.
Right, yeah.
Because you wouldn't think, okay, we have this like game about infidelity and adulthood and puzzles. You know what we're gonna do for climbing? Let's just throw some remix Beethoven in there.
Throw the classical music in there. That's the music that'll get him motivated to climb.
I mean, it sounds so nonsensical, but then when you play it, you're like, this is really motivating. This sounds great. And there are a couple songs that weren't on the soundtrack that I got, and I'm really bummed that I missed out on them. But everything is just super good. Like the bar theme, fantastic. Music sets atmospheres. We've mentioned that before.
That's
this
true.
one does that very, very well. Very well. But it also kind of like adds a little bit to the bizarrety of this game. Is that a word, bizarrety?
It is
bizarre
now.
Nature. Because it's like so off the wall that you're like, all right, well, fine. I'm listening to this classical song with like rock and guitar solos now. That's fine. I love this soundtrack.
It's the only way I play my classical music, just ripping guitar solos throughout it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like if you put some like Dynasty Warriors crap over like some classical music, I'm into it. Let's do this. I mean, I don't even know how to describe some of it, but it's just perfection.
There you go. That's the description.
He's one of the most creative composers out there right now, in my opinion.
Especially because like he has a sound to him.
He does.
But each game he's done sounds different than the last.
Like you could tell that he always takes inspiration from some type of genre. This one's obviously classical music. I think Persona 5, he said it was acid jazz.
Yeah.
Persona 3 is more like hip hop. Persona 4 is more like pop.
Yes.
So like he always takes some kind of inspiration and then just puts his own spin on it. I'm like, okay, fine, this is beautiful, good job. Which speaking of, I've come around more on Persona 5 soundtrack than I have Persona 5 in general.
It's a good soundtrack.
It is a good soundtrack.
I remember you being like, this soundtrack's bad. I was like, what are you talking about?
it didn't have as many memorable songs at the moment, but then like I've listened to some of the soundtrack. I'm like, yeah, this my opinion of the soundtrack is rising. The opinion of the game is lowering quite a bit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But this soundtrack, Jesus Christ, I love it. I love it so much. It's good driving music too. I don't know if anybody ever decides to put in the Catherine soundtrack to drive, but it is fantastic.
So we mentioned at the top of this how like this is the only game that they have put out for this, I guess technically this series. It was basically a one-off and has remained that way for now.
Unfortunately.
But earlier this year, like a few months ago, Atlus Japan did a stream talking about the new game they're doing from their new development team, Studio Zero. And the motif they surrounded it with was of Trisha, the host of Catherine. And basically at the end she talks about how like, oh, maybe I'll have like another job here soon or something like that.
I just got chills. Literally, like I have chill bumps. I need another Catherine style game. I don't necessarily need Vincent and the crew back. I just need another game like this.
Which, granted, like Atlus has not said anything after this about this, so it could have just been a thing that they put in there, and they're not going to do anything with. But it seems suspect to like they would include that motif to surround the stream with, and then not do anything with it.
Yeah.
So hopefully, it's good news. Maybe I would hope that it'd be headed up by someone else other than Hashino.
Yeah, I mean, Atlus has a habit of dropping teasers and then like forgetting about it for several years, and then like, oh, by the way, we're working on this.
Right. So maybe that'll be a thing, maybe not, but it'd be cool if there was another one of these games, I think.
Oh, I'd buy it immediately. Like I said, I bought the special edition of this. I'd buy another one. I would buy any merch.
You would.
I love Catherine.
You would.
It's a problem.
But yeah. Catherine's a good game. You should pick it up if you are able to. Like we said, it is available. It's a 360 PS3 game, but there are ways to play it on PS4 and Xbox One.
Correct.
So if you're able to do so, you should definitely check it out, because especially if you've played other Atlus games before, it's not what you'd expect from an Atlus game.
No.
But also kind of what you would expect from an Atlus game.
Yes.
It's its own thing.
It has a very Atlus feel to it, especially like when things go bonkers.
But it's not a JRPG, so that's like the key thing of like, oh, huh.
And it does the social stuff better in some places.
Yeah. It's like when they made Mach X for the Dreamcast, except this is a good game and Mach X was not a great game. Atlus should not make first-person action games. Let's just say that.
No, get dunked on.
Do you have anything else you want to say about Catherine before we wrap?
I love it, and that's it.
All right.
Vincent's beautiful.
All right. That's going to do it for this episode. Please make your choice now of which ending you want to get from this podcast. You're going to get either one of 7 endings.
8.
9.
9. Dang it!
If you complete all the challenges hidden in this podcast, you will unlock the hidden true ending.
Oh my god.
For more from us, go to seasonlanimecheckup.com or sac.cool for past episodes of this very podcast, all 50 of them. You can also find Jared and I watch Sailor Moon Crystal, which the last episode that will have gone up by the time this goes up will be the penultimate season 1 episode. So that means next week is the season 1 finale for that. Very cool. And you can also find other podcasts on there as well, and columns and reviews. For more from Anne Ladyem, go to anneladyem.com for columns and reviews and fun stuff from her as well. Go to Twitter, twitter.com/animecheckup, where we tweet. And you can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/SACOVA, where you can support this very cool podcast. And like we said at the very outset of this podcast, hey, if you support us, you can also send in requests. Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, you can listen to this podcast completely unedited. That's a
Oh boy.
cool thing you get. All the curses, all of the stuff that I don't cut out. Or that I cut out. That makes more sense,
yeah. You get to hear all kinds of really awkward stuff coming out of us.
Next week will be something again.
Yeah, we're still in that weird like dead dip.
Dead dip.
That's not a word.
We'll finally have we'll have entered the final month of the year by that point. Actually, we'll have entered the final month of the year by the time this goes up.
Oh, that's gross.
So yeah, we will have like we said last week, we have 2 episodes that are back ending the end of the month. We'll have a Xenoblade Chronicles 2 episode at some point. So for the most part, December is kind of stacked in terms of like our schedule, but we still have to fill in some gaps here and there. So we'll figure that out when we need to.
We have some good stuff coming up, my dudes.
We do. All right. Well, look forward to whatever we decide to do next week. And until then, don't fall asleep and wake up having to climb a bunch of blocks, because that would be real bad.
Yeah, or as a sheep.